what's up you guys? It's Corbin Stuckey of Pixel Talk here, and tonight I'm here to give you my review of the first 2 episodes of Inhumans. I saw these 2 episodes at an IMAX screening tonight, and here are my thoughts on the show. But first, if you guys hear some screaming in the background, it's because my roommates just got their beta codes to Call of Duty. So if you want to check out those videos from them, just follow their channels in the descriptions down below. And yeah, Call of Duty World War II. Alright, so I don't really know a whole lot about Inhumans. I know a lot about Black Bolt. He doesn't speak. And I know in the comics he has like a cowl, but for some reason in the show he doesn't. I don't know what's going on there. But I know enough to go on. I know they interact with the Fantastic Four and the Avengers, so I know how they just interact in the MCU. They're human beings that were enhanced by the Kree, and they were brought to be like these superhuman beings, kind of like the X-Men. They're not mutants, they're just Inhumans. In terms of me reviewing this, I'm not going to be able to review whether or not it was loyal to the source material because I don't really know. I don't really read Inhuman comics. I just read comics with Inhumans in them. You know what I mean? Like if there's a Fantastic Four comic and the Inhumans are in that's how I know about the Inhumans. I'm just going to be reviewing the episodes themselves, and keep in mind, I'm not reviewing the entire show. I'm just reviewing the 2 episodes. So my whole entire opinion of the show could change in the next coming episodes after these 2 episodes. So this is just my thoughts on the first 2 episodes tonight, and just be wary, my thoughts could change as the show goes on. Okay, so the episodes themselves, they're okay. They're not the best thing in the world, but they're okay. A lot of people are giving a lot of bad reviews on the first couple of episodes. I think it's fine. I think it's okay. I think it's harmless. I definitely don't think it's worth an IMAX screening. With the exception of like a couple slow motion shots, I don't really think that this is really IMAX worthy. I think they kind of just use this as a gimmick, like, oh, well, we're gonna make an Inhumans movie like way back when, but now we're not doing that, we're making it a show, so how about we just do it at the same time where like we make it into a television show, but the first 2 episodes we do it like as a movie. Like that's essentially what they did here, and I just don't think that it was very worth it. I didn't really see any IMAX redeeming qualities besides the slow motion shots. Let's talk about the show itself, because I don't want to really review the technicalities of this. I just want to review if the show itself is good. Going into this, I knew that I was just going to be reviewing it as a television show. I wasn't going to be reviewing it as like a movie. I went in thinking, okay, you've just got to review this as like a television show. Like it's going to be a very different experience, but just remember, like in the back of your head, these are just the first 2 couple of episodes, okay? Remember that. And as a television show, it's not Breaking Bad, it's not Dexter, it's just a regular ABC show. That's kind of how I knew it was going to be going in. It's just a regular ABC show. I would say that it has the same kind of tones as like The Flash and Arrow and everything in the Arrowverse. And even Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like it has kind of like that funny, quippy Marvel humor, but there's less of it here. And honestly, I think it's just kind of bland. Like the first 2 episodes, like I didn't hate them. I just think that they could have brought more to the table to make it better. Especially the dialogue. There's a scene in one of the episodes where like Maximus, the villain, is talking to the princess, and he's like, "Oh, princess, you're so young and pretty and princessy." Like, did you really just like write that into your script? Who thought that was really good dialogue? No. In terms of the special effects too, like I said, I'm not gonna go into the technicalities of it. They're fine as well. I think Medusa's hair looks okay for the most part. I think the way that they used it, they utilized it very well, but just the look of it looks fake. And Lockjaw is just adorable, okay? Lockjaw is an adorable creature. I don't really care if it's terrible CGI. It is kind of terrible CGI, but you gotta understand, this is a television show, okay? It's not the same budget as like a movie, okay? So it's very, very lucky that they were able to put in a giant CGI dog. That's amazing for a television show. It's Marvel, so they were able to do it, but you know, they have to save their money for their movies. So yeah, we're lucky that we got something like this. And it looks fine for the most part. It looks fine for what it's supposed to be for a television show. Is it like the best thing ever? Is it like Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? No, it's not. But, you know, it's the first couple of episodes, so they are very limited on their budget here. And I can tell that they are very limited on their budget here because they do something to one of the characters in one of the episodes, and I understood because they wanted to watch their budget, but number 2, it's like that's like the most special part about that character, and you're taking that away from him or her. So it was like, what are you doing? Like, that is what makes that character. 2 main characters I really like. I like Black Bolt, even though his costume is not really accurate to the comics. Black Bolt, I was wondering how they were going to handle this character because he he does not speak whatsoever. He does not speak. He's able to talk to everyone through sign language in the show, so I just kind of guessed that they were going to do that. Like, okay, this is a mute character, so they're going to be doing that. And Medusa has to interpret to everyone, like, what he's saying. In terms of everything else, I thought it was, like, pretty cool that you could, like, tell what he was thinking through his facial expressions. But they were very exaggerated. I guess they kind of have to be exaggerated because, like, you know, the character is mute. So I thought that was pretty creative of them to, like, bring, like, really exaggerated faces to the character. So it worked for the most part. One of the characters that I really enjoyed in the show was Carnac. This is a guy, I looked it up. It's not really explained actually what his power is in the show, but it's kind of, you can kind of guess, but I looked it up, and it's basically where this guy, he's able to plan out certain things, and he's able to use his martial arts skills in order to, like, beat 5 guys in a room. And he's a really snarky character, too, because, like, he just knows what's gonna happen. Like, he can't really see into the future, but it's just, like, he knows what's gonna happen, and he's just, like, all gloom about it. So I really enjoyed his character. In terms of, like, the show itself, it's just very ABC. It's very hard to describe. If you watch shows on ABC, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. It's just, when I heard about Inhumans and hearing all this different stuff about how they were coming out with a movie and seeing all this, like, possible concept art online, I thought that was pretty sweet. I think, like, an Inhumans, like, movie could have been awesome, but they decided to go for the television route because they mentioned Inhumans in, like, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And that makes sense for the most part. That, like, commercially, that makes sense. But for this, I don't know. I just kind of wanted them to, like, go further into this. I thought that they could have definitely made a movie out of this, even though it was mentioned in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They could have definitely made a movie about this. Like, it's just, I feel as though with looking at all this different, like, you know, concept art and ideas online, that they could have made a very better, different, like, product here. And I know Marvel is capable of doing it. It's just, why do these costumes exist? Like, they're very bland. That's a good way to describe the show, is that it's just very bland. I don't know why Marvel decided to not go all out with this. I know they're more creative with this. I guess I honestly think it just might be the budget. Maybe they just didn't believe that they could make obscure characters for a television show, but they have proven to be very successful with their obscure characters. Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy. If those were successful, then this should have definitely been successful. Like, it's Marvel, so I don't know why they're holding back. I just felt like, for the most part, that this could have definitely been better. I think this could have been a movie, but they're definitely holding back on some stuff. I think the costumes could be better. I think the dialogue could be better. And it's just like, I don't know, man. I think it just could be better. It's not bad. I think it is watchable. It's just, So yes, guys, that was my thoughts on the first 2 episodes of Inhumans. Like I said, this isn't my thoughts on the entire show. It's just my thoughts on the first 2 episodes. So my thoughts might change as the show progresses, but this was definitely a rough start. Whenever you have a pilot for a television show, it should sum up the entire show and what is to come. It should get you hooked. But with this, it's like I wasn't really excited for what was to come. I'll definitely watch it, like, for the next couple of episodes, like, to come, but in terms of, like, what I saw tonight, wasn't really impressed. I mean, it's not bad, but it's watchable. So yes, guys, that was my review of the first 2 episodes of Inhumans. Comment down below what you thought of this IMAX screening if you saw it yet, and please subscribe to Pixel Talk for more movie reviews, gaming content, and so on. Thank you guys so much. I am Corbin Stuckey, and this is Pixel Talk.